In a previous little short video, I explained how the amicus brief that our organization filed on behalf of 22 state family policy councils avoided the issue of stare decisis, the bugaboo for the pro-life community over the last 48 years, by arguing that the court's decisions in Roe versus Wade and Planned Parenthood versus Casey violate the Ninth Amendment. Now, this is a new argument the court has never considered. But what I appreciate about this argument, just to be honest, is that it uses the court's own words in Planned Parenthood versus Casey against them. At the very end of the opinion from Planned Parenthood versus Casey in 1992, affirming the central premise of Roe that a woman has a liberty right to kill her unborn child and have a doctor assist her in that process, the court said something very important. Quote, "Our Constitution is a covenant running from the first generation of Americans to us and then to future generations. It is a coherent succession." But part of the covenant is the Ninth Amendment. So the next sentence in our brief reads this way: "In recent decades, the court has, quote, retreated from interpreting the full meaning of the covenant in light of all of its precedents." That's what they said in Casey. We've retreated from applying all of the precedents, all aspects of the covenant, and now we're trying to do that in Casey. But our next sentence says this: "A vital part of our constitutional covenant is the Ninth Amendment." You see, they forgot a part of the covenant to consider how it fits into and what its role and place is in this covenant that is supposed to make a coherent succession from its beginning, the adoption of the Constitution and the Bill of Rights, to the very present. And they've ignored it. And so we are now saying back to the Supreme Court what they said in Planned Parenthood versus Casey: you have failed to uphold the covenant. You have failed to consider and have retreated from interpreting its full meaning in light of not just its precedents, but the actual text of the Constitution, the Ninth Amendment, which says that the enumeration of rights, like the due process of law, shall not be construed to deny or disparage other rights held by the people, namely the right to life of all persons, born and unborn. That's how we're avoiding stare decisis and using the court's own words in the abortion context against it. I hope you'll stay tuned for the next explication of the importance of the brief that we filed.